Okay, so this is example number 3 on your PDF. Now, we still have napasok na NPN type of transistor. Same kanina yung mga values natin, is just that this time, we now have your RE. Okay, meron na tayong resistor on your emitter. Okay, so what will be the approach? By the way, these are the unknowns. You have to find your IB, IC, IE, VBE, VCE, and VCB. Okay, now ililabel ko lang kung asaan itong ating mga VBE, VCE, and VCB. So, nasan ba sila? Our VBE, of course, is right here. Diba? VBE, this is from our base to the emitter. Nasan ang ating positive sign? So, since this voltage supply pushes this current flow, andito, papasok. So, this would be our positive, negative. Okay? Yung VCE natin is from collector to emitter. So, this is our collector, emitter. So, andito po yung ating VCE. Nasaan yung ating polarity? Andito yung, this power supply, this voltage supply pushes this direction of current. So, this would be our, this would be our positive, negative. And for our VCB, that is collector to base, this is our VCB. Still, this voltage supply pushes this current flow. So, andito yung ating positive and negative. And based on our previous discussions, it is true that this voltage supply reverse biases our collector to base junction, and this one forward biases our base to emitter junction. Thus, meron na po tayong automatic dito na 0.7 volts. Okay? So, how do we start this one? So, magsisimula ako sa... Now, by the way, we can start here, here, or pwede sa labas. Okay? So, if I'm gonna start here, meron akong how many unknowns? Unknown yung aking IB, kasi gagamitin ko siya. Okay? And yung IE. Okay? So, in terms of IB and IE, if dito ako maglo-loop, that would be in terms of IC and VCE and IE. Tatlong unknowns. Okay? So, pag sa labas, okay, in terms of IC, VCB, and this one. Tatlong unknowns. So, saan mas magandang mag-start? Of course, we'll start with the two unknowns. So, right here, we're gonna start on this mesh. So, let us write our equation. So, starting from here, this would be negative 5. This is positive, negative, of course, plus 10K IB. Lalagay ko na yung ating 0.7 plus 0.7 plus this is 5K IE. Kasi IE po diba yung pumapasok dito? This is IE. Of course, this is equal to 0. Now, our equation has two unknowns. We have IB and IE. Now, if maglo-loop ka dito, magkakaroon ka rin ng unknown, but hindi na siya in terms of IB and IE. Kasi ang ano mo dito is, sorry about that. Yung ano natin dito is IC. Ito naman IE, okay lang. But dito IC and VCE, nagkakaroon ka ng dalawang additional unknown na hindi mo siya marerelate dito. Okay? As much as possible, yung next step mo should be magkaroon ka ng equation na in terms of IB and IE or IB or IE. Okay? So, next, anong gagawin natin? So, take note na binigyan niya tayo ng beta. This would help. So, we have beta, which is 150. So, meron tayong 150 is equal to, ano nga yung formula ng beta? Beta is equal to IC over IB. Alright? Now, that gives us an IC, which is equal to 150 IB. Okay. So, nakatulong ba to? By the way, this is our equation 1. Nakatulong ba to? Probably not. No? Kasi, wala ka namang IC dyan. Pero, meron pa tayong isang equation na, na nagsasabing, ano nga yun, yung our IE, di ba we can relate these three equations, three currents, di ba meron tayong IE is equal to IB plus IC. Tama po ba? IB plus IC. Okay? So, if I would replace, if I would replace IC with this one, so meron na akong equation in terms of IE and IB, which is matched na siya dito, which is very helpful, which I would do. Okay, so ang IE ko na ngayon is equal to, kasi replace ko na yung IE ko nito, meron na akong IB plus 150 IB. So, therefore, my IE is equal to, factor ko itong aking IB. This is 150 plus 1. Okay? Ito class, tandaan nyo din to. Pwede din natin itong gamitin. No? Aside from tatandaan natin na IE is equal to IB plus IC, pwede din na IE is equal to beta plus 1 IB. Okay? Again, IE is equal to beta plus 1 IB. So, I now have this. Isusulat ko lang siya in terms of itong ganito, standard equation, para mas maganda. So, I would have IB, that is 150 plus 1. Lipat ko sa kabila ito. This is negative IE is equal to 0. So, we now have our equation 2. Now, 2 equations, 2 unknowns. Hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin niyo dyan. Anong steps, rather, yung technique yung gagamitin nyo. Basta, ang alam ko, makukuha nyo na yan. Okay? Which would give us IB is equal to and IE is equal to. I'm just gonna pause this and look for the values. Ayan, na-calculate ko na. So, if I were you, ipopause ko din at isosolve ko. Okay, using your calculator or mano-mano or whatever. Basta, meron na tayong, nakuha na natin si IB and IE. So, check na tong IB and IE. Next is we'll solve for IC, which is meron naman silang obvious na relationship. Ano nga ulit yon? That our IE is equal to IB plus IC. So, therefore, IC is equal to, diretso na, we have IE minus IB, where IE is equal to, okay, IE minus IB, that gives us an IC, which is equal to, hindi ko na isusulat ha, plug in nyo na lang diretso, that would give, I'm sorry, itong ano pala, this is, IE is equal to 0.849, this is 849, sorry, tao lang. This is 0.849. Wow. Let's say 0.9. That's gonna give us IC, which is equal to 0.843 milliampere. 0.843 milliampere. So, meron na tayong IC. Check na ang yung ating mga currents. Next is we're gonna look for VBE, which is very obvious na yung ating VBE naman is equal to, ayan, 0.7 volts. Pag ito hindi nyo nakuha, hindi ko na-check yung ibang equation, yung solution nyo. Next is VCE. How do we solve VCE? We can now do the loop here kasi meron na tayong mga currents, hindi na mahirap hanapin si VCE. Okay? So, diretso na tayo. VCE. Diretso ko na ha. VCE would be, I'm gonna have negative 100 times IC, which is 0.843 milliampere plus 10 minus 5K IE, which is equal to 0.849 milliampere, which gives us VCE is equal to, pause ko lang and solve ko. Ayan, so we now have VCE, which is equal to 5.67 volts. Okay? Next is our VCB. How do we solve for... Ito, pag medyo nalito kayo dito, iloop nyo lang, na-equate nyo sa 0. Okay? Nilipat ko lang agad tong VCE dito sa kabila. Next is VCB. Where is VCB? Right here. So, how do we look for it? Pwede tayong mag-loop. Pwede din naman na VC tayo minus VB. Okay? But I think mas magandang i-loop. I-loop na lang natin. So, I'm gonna loop starting here. Dito na lang. Okay, so I'm gonna have negative 5 plus 10k IB. Lagay ko lang yung IB para hindi masyadong mahaba. Minus VCB minus RC is 100 times IC plus 10, of course, is equal to 0. And in this case, given naman itong ating IB and IC, unknown si VCB. So, therefore, VCB is equal to, i-pause nyo muna ang video, tapos hanapin nyo na yung value ng VCB. Okay? Plug in nyo lang si IB at saka IC. VCB is equal to 4.972 volts. And that is basically it. Okay? Kung ayaw nyo naman to, we also have another approach. Pwede naman yun. Wherein, yung ating VCB, diba, is equal to VC minus VB. Okay? Wherein our VC is from here to the ground. That would be VC plus 5k IE. So, meron tayong VCE plus 5k IE minus yung VB natin is from here pababa, that would be 0.7 plus 5k IE, that is 0.7 plus 5k IE. Now, if you notice, this is positive, ito madidistribute doon, magiging negative, so mawawala to, magiging 0 siya. So, we are left with VCE minus 0.7. That's gonna give us VCB is equal to VCE given na kanina 5.67 minus 0.7. So VCB should be equal to 4.97 volts. And ayun. They are the same. It's just that kulang lang to ng 2 kasi 2-digit lang itong ginamit ko dito. Okay? To be uniform na lang din, yung decimal natin is up to 3-digit the next time. Okay? So, ganun lang naman yung ating example number 3. Basically, madali lang siya, no? Ito lang, meron lang siyang additional kailangan mong tandaan that your IE is equal to beta plus 1 IB. Okay? So, yun lang talaga yung secret niya is hanapin nyo lang yung mga relationships. And relate yung mga relationships and that will be all. Okay? So, see you on the next example.